Welcome to this new session in which I will talk about the origin of projects. Where do projects come from? First of all, company growth, investment plans for non-profit organizations, and improving operations are the main drivers for projects. Projects are described in business cases and in statement of work. And we also have to understand the difference between a need and a solution. Let's first look at company growth. Companies need to grow to stay in business. Products and services have a life cycle, and at the end of the life cycle, these products and services have to be replaced by new products and services in order to keep the company growing. Introducing new products or services is key for survival for companies. It is clear that the products and the services that are being created support the company strategy. When we look at other organizations, like non-profit organizations, compared to for-profit organizations, they also deal with projects. Now, typically, non-profit organizations relate to governmental organizations and other organizations which are not working for a profit, like NGOs and others. These organizations have to select the best projects to support their mission. Of course, they can develop products, they can develop services, and they can look at results, for example, to improve their operations. The basis for investment plans for non-profit organizations is the optimal utilization of the available budgets. A very important element in project management relates to improving operations. Operations in a company and a non-profit organization are one of the main functions that are being managed in the company. There can be a very high cost when those operations are not efficient, and projects can be defined to improve the operations, to reduce the costs, and of course to increase the profit of the company. Those process improvements can save a lot of money and have secondary effects like increased quality and of course a higher customer satisfaction. When I was visiting a division of Hewlett and Packard in the Czech Republic, they introduced us to one of their projects which was related to the packaging of hard disks. When you buy a hard disk, you know that it takes some time to unpack the hard disks. It is well protected against shock and other circumstances. Now just imagine doing the same thing 1,000, 10,000 times, 100,000 times. When you add up all the losses due to the unpackaging and due to the waste that is created, you can imagine that a lot of money is lost because of this. The project the company implemented was a way to reduce the unpacking time and reduce the waste. Just a different way of packaging the hard disks led to a saving close to $1 million per year. It's a very small project at first sight, but the impact is rather important. When we look at describing projects, one of the first documents we will use is a business case. The business case will describe what the project is about. How does it support the organizational strategy? The business case has the first cost estimates to implement the solution, and it evaluates the outcomes of the work being done, hence the cash flows created by doing the project. The business case looks at the risks related to the solutions and determines the opportunity cost and identifies the ideal time to complete the work. It's the basis for project selection and follow-up during the execution of the project. Statements of work are a little bit different. They're typically the result of a contract with an external organization, and it describes in detail what work has to be completed. It also states the cost of the solution for the customer, and it is the result of a legal agreement with an external entity. It is critical to deliver the solution in the most efficient way, related to time and cost. In many cases, there may even be a time limit to implement a solution. When the solution is not implemented efficiently, means that the project done by the supplier is not run efficiently, it can lead to reduced profitability and even losses related to the contract. So it's very important that the project is done efficiently. Need or solution. Like I said in the beginning, we're also having a look how we have to make a difference between a need and a solution. In many cases, when you receive a project description, it will say, do this or do that, build a house, build a bridge, develop a new program. It's very nice that a solution is offered to you, but as a project manager, you should ask the question, what is the need that has to be addressed? What is the real reason why we are doing this project? A solution is one way to address the need. There may be different ways to address the same need that could be more efficiently. Just imagine building a bridge over a river is a very interesting way to address the need to cross the river. But the need to cross the river can be covered in different ways. A bridge is just one solution. Another solution could be a tunnel, and a third solution could be a ferry between the two banks of the river. Which of those solutions is the best for your situation? It may depend from company to company. It may depend from situation to situation. Another element what is important to consider is what people want. The people that are in charge of the project or your project customer may have a different idea about the outcome of the project. Those people may want something which is completely different than what the solution should be. So it's very important to be aware and to make a distinction between what people want, what is the real need of the project, and what are the possible solutions that can be used. So, we finished this session. A great job. See you at the next session.